My video for September 29th, 2019 is video number 3222. The title is Imagine a Game. I call it insanity. Quote, the most amazing, mysterious, ingenious game ever devised. Everybody is playing it, but nobody knows they're playing it. Everybody has forgotten. There are no rules to this game, except the rules that you play by. There is no goal, except the goal you are aiming for. Nobody wins the game, but nobody loses either. The grand prize and the booby prize are the same. The game itself. There is no escape from the game, even the attempt to escape the game is part of the game. And if anyone thinks they've escaped the game, well, that's part of the game too. If anyone thinks that they understand the game, that they are an authority on the game, or that they can teach you how to win the game, that is also part of the game. Everything that happens in the game is perfectly appropriate for the player. It seems as though the game was designed for you. That's part of the game. The game seems personal, but it is also totally universal. It's your game, and yet everyone is playing the same game. This too is part of the game. As long as you are playing the game, you can't go wrong. Want to play? Sorry, you have no choice. You're already in the middle of it. The game is already being played. The game is life itself. That's attributed to Jeff Foster, Life Without a Center. A friend sent me that as a comment on my previous video. And I'm waiting until after 11 o'clock at night to record this. I've waited all day as this thing has played out in my mind. The idea that everything's a game and I would throw up my hands and say, then what's the use of playing it? But as it says, there's no way out. You don't have a choice. And I've been praying for God, as those of you that listen to recent videos realize, because if anyone is responsible for this thing we call life, it's God. It's the Creator. Did the Creator create a game and trap everybody else in the game to see, just out of curiosity, to see what people would do, what people were capable of? But there's no penalty involved in doing things wrong. There's no reward for doing things right. Everybody gets to play the game over and over and over and over again, called reincarnation. That troubles my soul. That's why I've waited so long today to record this video. As I've rolled this over and over in my mind and tried to come to grips with the possibility that God, the Creator, is a demon. Because only a demon would create a game such as described by Jeff Foster. I don't know much about Jeff Foster. I did look at it a little bit. I didn't read a whole lot. He's into spiritual awakening or something like that, which I thought I was too. But if this is the idea of spiritual awakening, I don't want anything to do with it, because it makes life a terroristic involvement. Everything is terrorism, even the happy moments that end. I just finished watching a program about a little boy, 10 years old, that shot his own dad and carried it for 9 years, almost 10 years, before he confessed what made him shoot his father. And it was his mother and her abusiveness. There's so many things that happen in the world that to me are simply insane. And to allow people to get by without repenting of crimes committed and say, it's okay, I forgive you. Blanket forgiveness is a crime, is an absolute crime as I see it. Am I better than God? Well, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm part of life. But the game of life that's described by Jeff is not a game at all. It's, as I said, terrorism. It's a terrible thing to paint a picture like that. I don't know what Jeff is doing, but that did not uplift me at all. And one of my friends shared that with me to consider as a response on the previous video. Why? Why? What am I supposed to glean from that? Certainly not anything good. But I don't think my friend meant bad by it. Maybe he sees something that I don't see. Maybe I should be making a video with him, but I'm not. I'm making it by myself. And I'd like to see life mean something. I'd like to feel that my life has been successful, at least so far, as holding out for wanting the kingdom of heaven to manifest on earth, wanting to see wrongs righted, wanting to see faithfulness rewarded, and wanting to get humanity on the page of listening and loving. Because loving can't take place as long as we're brainwashed, as long as we believe the lies that have been told to us again and again. It's so sad to even contemplate the idea that a loving God would create a game that is meaningless and absurd and insane. Yeah, I call it insanity. And I mean no offense to Jeff or the individual that sent me this, but I've wrestled with it all day long, and it hurts. Making a video like this is not a happy thing for me, as you can tell. I have to now reconcile this emotional trauma that I've been through today and try to figure out the next step. No, I have no intention of dying, but I also do have intention of finding meaning as best I can. And I hope each of you would like to see justice for all and would like to see humanity uplifted so that we can all become better and so that the world can be in peace. Thank you for listening, and namaste.